I'm Amanda from Outnumbered 3-1, and I wanted to go ahead and ask you a few questions today. This is Seth McMahill, Pokemon expert with Nintendo. Hi.
Hi, Amanda. Thanks for joining us.
I just had a few questions to ask you today.
Absolutely.
My first question was if you can actually tell us a little bit about Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Gates to Infinity for the Nintendo 3DS.
Absolutely, it'd be my pleasure. So, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Gates to Infinity is newest Pokemon title exclusively for the Nintendo 3DS, which I actually, of course, have with me right here. So we've got the standard 3DS system, which just celebrated its 2-year birthday, so good job on that little one. And then, of course, my personal favorite, which is the 3DS XL, 90% bigger screen for a big guy like me, of course, is fantastic. So in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Gates to Infinity, the really cool thing is you actually get to become a Pokemon. And you can choose from one of 5 different Pokemon to become Pikachu, Snivy, Tepig, Oshawott, or Axew, and enter a world inhabited entirely by Pokemon. So there are no humans, it's just Pokemon. They talk, they interact with each other, and you explore these randomly generated mystery dungeons. There's this whole slew of dungeons that you can go through, but each one, every time you enter it, it's entirely different. So you'll never enter the same dungeon twice. Even if it was the same dungeon you went back into, everything would be laid out differently. Where the items were, where the Pokemon were, everything like that is completely different. And then also, really cool feature is the Nintendo 3DS camera can be used to scan circular objects around you using the AR function within the real world, which will create a Magnigate, which is a portal into a new mystery dungeon. Also, there's co-op play for kids to play together. Just a lot of fantastic things in this game.
That sounds really great. I like the fact that you can scan the objects around your house and enter them into the game. That's really fascinating.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of fun. And you can take it to the grocery store. I was found in the produce section the other day scanning oranges to see what kind of dungeons I could get into. So it's great. It just allows you to, find dungeons wherever you go.
Right. Is there any other surprises that are in store with the game?
Well, one really cool thing that we're doing is until April 30th, there's going to be download content for the game, past April 30th, of course, but until April 30th, we're giving away the very first dungeon for free up until that point, Poke Forest, which will allow you to get even more money and items to enhance your main adventure, basically. And there'll be additional download content rolled out past that point. Another thing is that, of course, you can buy the game at retail, or you can download it in the Nintendo eShop so that you don't have to worry about having the game cartridge. You just always have it with you in your Nintendo 3DS system.
Oh, that's great. I know that this is the first game that's been on the Nintendo 3DS platform. Were there any challenges that Nintendo faced on getting it on the 3DS platform?
Well, actually, this is, it's the first in the RPG style games, but we did have Pokemon Rumble Blast, which was a very different experience. You were playing with toy Pokemon. And then also we had Pokédex 3D Pro, and then Pokemon Dream Radar, which enhanced Pokemon Black version 2 and Pokemon White version 2. So this one is the first RPG style game, which is great for core fans of the series because they have those elements of leveling up Pokemon, catching new Pokemon, and things like that. Now, in terms of challenges, I can't speak for the developers specifically, but Nintendo systems are always just fantastic systems that bring everything together so well and are such sturdy but well-developed systems that, when you look at the game and the results of all the hard work that Spike Chunsoft put into the title, I think it really shows that they were able to quite easily make an amazing game for the Nintendo 3DS.
That's great. Do you see any benefits in how it's on the RPG is on the 3DS platform? Do you see any benefits there?
Well, absolutely. I mean, we have Pokemon X and Pokemon Y coming out in October worldwide, and that's for the Nintendo 3DS as well. And the really cool thing is, that's the very first core game for the Nintendo 3DS, where you get to become a Pokemon trainer in an entirely new region with all new Pokemon. And this game has what I like to call those core elements, where your Pokemon can level up, where they gain experience points, where you get new moves, you can get them to evolve into their next evolution form. So it has a lot of those elements in it that core fans who are waiting for the next Pokemon game can pick up Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Gates to Infinity and really kind of get their feet wet, hop into the Pokemon experience on the Nintendo 3DS platform, and kind of get ready for what's to come with Pokemon on Nintendo's new handheld system, the Nintendo 3DS.
Okay. I have to ask you, I have lots of nephews and my own son. Everybody has their favorite Pokemon. Do you actually have your personal favorite?
Absolutely. I mean, having worked on it for over 12 years now, you kind of get a favorite. But my favorite one is actually Axew. It's one of the new ones from Black version and White version, was of course in Black version 2, White version 2. And I was so happy when it was put in as one of the 5 Pokemon that you could choose in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Gates to Infinity. So instantly, as soon as I booted up the game, I chose Axew as myself and have been completely enjoying going through all these dungeons, you know, as Axew. It's been great.
As a dad, how does it feel having the coolest job on the planet in the eyes of kids?
Well, it's a lot of fun. I mean, I have 2 kids myself, 8 and 10, as you mentioned, of course, as being a dad. So it's, you know, it's fun. It is a lot of fun. We'll have neighborhood kids come over. We'll do Pokemon battles on our DSs, and you know, they were always asking about the new games and wanting to tell them secrets and stuff I can't talk about, you know, and all that good stuff. But it's really cool, and it's really cool for me too to be able to work on something that I love and have been playing since before I even started at Nintendo.
Thank you for letting us know. I know that it sounds like a really cool job, and I was talking to my own son about it, and he thought it was the coolest thing to work at Nintendo. But I thank you for your time and for answering my questions. And
Absolutely.
I hope you have a really great afternoon.
You too, Amanda. Thank you so much for calling in.
Bye.
Bye.